I remember days when the sun shone and laughter could be heard from the tavern.
I remember those days as well. It's when I wasn't modding. Hey everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play Darkest Dungeon with me, your host Tim. Remember, this is a modded version of the game. You can see Red Hook's stance on modding their game down below in this video's description, which means I need to tell you guys this is a modded version of the game. You pick this up from Steam or GOG or wherever it is you pick it up from, and you see me having the Musketeer Cassandra over there. Well, she doesn't come with the base game, so keep that in mind. Next, Red Hook is also not liable for any destruction which happens to your game by installing a mod. Please make sure you back up your save game files and or even your entire game before you install a mod. This way at least you can get back to where things used to be. Also down below in the comment section, I will have a pinned comment from me, assuming I remember, which will have some timestamps in it, allowing you to jump ahead to different parts of the video, which might interest you a little more than me doing the LUNM related talking and or doing town related stuff. Alright, we'll be right back. I liked how that came out. I just want to save it really quick. Okay, send you out again. Yep, I would like to do that, Cassandra. Okay, everyone, so let's go ahead and do some LUNM-related talking for a bit. And let's cover a few of the comments I got in the last video, because YouTube's comments is still acting kind of weird, and I don't understand what's going on. I seem to get the notifications like up to a day or two after that they've been posted, and it seems like sometimes when I upload a video, I don't get any notifications about comments which get added onto them right away. Maybe the videos are still processing or something of the sort. I'm not sure what's going on. Right, so anyway, for some comments that you guys have left behind, Destruction42K, you mentioned maybe I should make another pinned comment to allow people to leave journal entries that they would like me to add to the game. So the unfortunate part is that I can't pin a second comment. I'm allowed like one pinned comment. YouTube keeps telling me, hey, if you pin another comment, any comment you had pinned is not going to be pinned anymore. And I really want to leave the pinned timestamps up there, because this way, a year from now, when someone accidentally wanders into my videos and is like, what the heck is this? Who is this guy? Why is he playing this game? He sucks. But maybe he'll like it anyway. He or she can go down there and be like, well, you know, I don't want to hear about the LUNM-related things now that he's done doing doing the LUNM mod stuff. Go down below in the comment section and click that link. And I want it to be the first comment so he doesn't have to root around in it. On that note, when it comes to journal entries, by all means, if you guys want to leave me some journal entries, I will be attempting to add them into the game as of this weekend. So the only concern I have about that...
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
...is that I don't know what I can do about this. I don't know how easy or difficult this is to do. And this would be the only reason why I can't get them added in. Like, this is part 1. I don't understand. Where's part 2? Do I have to collect all the part 1s in order to collect part 2s? I don't understand. So, but I will be making the attempt. So, and Destruction42K, I saw an entry you would like me to add, and Apathy Knight, I'm totally going to get your Apathy Man, the Mundane. I'm going to go ahead and get yours in as well. I don't even, you didn't even comment it to make it a journal entry, but I'm going to add it in anyway. So we're going to go ahead and do it. So what else? What other comments have I gotten? Right, unwanted opinions. I apologize. I forgot you were a skilled gambler. Is that right? Yes. I completely forget you have this. So this is a new quirk. This wasn't in the version 1 of the game. And so I constantly forget that people have that as a quirk. So I'll try to remember that you do have it. I don't know, by the way, if I mentioned it on screen. I think I did by now. But I discovered that Faded is it's a 10% chance to make a miss into a hit. So with that in mind, I'm going to actually change that text string we see, the tooltip. I'm going to make it say that, so that you guys are aware of it for anyone who grabs this mod. One of the big things I did with the mod was, when it comes to stuff like this, I actually tried to, well, not, actually, yeah. So claustrophobia, for example, doesn't tell you what it does. So I went ahead and made the quirk tell you what it does. This way you have some idea. Like, where's another one of these, it wants to interact with things quirk? Do we have one? I don't know. Darn it. Well, anyway, so, you know, there's some of the quirks like, Curious. It doesn't tell you what percentage it is that it will go ahead and do something. So I went ahead and changed all those quirks a long time ago, back in version 1 of the mod, to tell you what percentage it was in the base game. And then I made some of them worse. Like, I upped the chance that some of these, you'll interact with them. Okay, so what else? What else is there? Oh, right. On Unwanted Opinions, you mentioned that we should be looking, or it might be a good idea to give horror effects to some creatures who don't really get targeted first. This way they have a chance to put some stress on characters, or at least make it more of a common thing. So the only hesitation I have with that is I can't think of what creatures to give it to. It would make sense for horrors to go on to spellcasters or horrible, crazy creatures, because they're going to hit you with the horror effects while everything else just smashes you with the mace in the face. With that said, like, as well, all my creatures have that damage stress ability, so they're slowly putting stress on you anyway. Even if you do focus on the stressors, you're still going to take some stress damage from everything else in my attempt to give you stress. I can't think of, if you guys can think of some non-stress creatures that should give you a horror effect, let me know. I mean, it's easy enough to add it in. The other thing is that, again, you have to balance the horror effect against the creature using one of its normal attacks. I don't really want to give a horror effect to something that something's normal attacks anyway. Like, I don't want to give, for example, the Pelagic Grouper a horror on its Cutlass ability or something of the like, because that would make it too strong, I think. On that same note, giving it a horror effect, that'd be kind of weird for a Grouper to have. So it's about finding that perfect balance in it. I was just really super glad as well to see my Cultist Witch actually use her horror effect. And since the last, well, we'll talk about some of these changes later. So I guess we can talk about this one now really quick, as long as I'm talking about her. I upped the horror damage to 4 points over 4 rounds, rather than 3 points over 4 rounds. So she'll do 16 points, and depending upon or the darkness level, she'll do 24, which is about what her normal stressful incantation does. And her debuff, I got that wrong. Her debuff lowers your blight and bleed resistances, because she's either right there in the wield, or she's with the cultist brawlers most of the time. And, oh right, and finally, I want the pins you've asked about the accuracy bonus per target. So I don't know if I mentioned to anyone else. I might have only mentioned it in the comment section because I'm really absent-minded. But in the game files, whenever a character of yours misses, there's a secret accuracy bonus which gets added into the next time. This sort of thing, by the way, happens for afflictions and virtues as well. Like if someone goes virtuous, I don't know if the virtuous thing happens, but I know for afflictions, if someone gets afflicted, the game ups a small chance that the next person who goes afflicted might actually become virtuous instead. There's all this secret waiting and manipulation which is happening. And I can understand why Red Hook does it. It's just, holy crap, I found the file. So we're going to talk about that file in a little bit. What else is there to cover for comments? Mikolaj, you asked about more curio interactions, and I would love to add more curio interactions into the game, especially because at the end of this video, I'm going to show you that I got the museum coin thing working. In fact, we're going to see that I'm able to purchase it in this one. Now, at the time I recorded that video, it was me testing it, and it was busted. Well, it was busted in a way that really favored the player because I didn't understand what the success percentages meant and how they were weighted in the curio files. Now I understand it, and it's working fine. Just it's been changed, and it should work perfectly this time around if we find one of the museum haversacks out there in the dungeons. We'll go over that in a little bit. But yes, I am all for adding more curio interactions with inventory items and what have you. I would like to add, when I first started working on version 2 of the LUNM mod, that was one of the first things I wanted to do, was change up when it interacted with which, with what, and make every inventory item have some effect with every curio that you came across, or most of them to do this. But then I became dissuaded because of how many things there are in the curio file, but it's actually really easy. In fact, arguably, it's one of the easiest things to do, I think, in the game, besides just tweak numbers. Oh, 1 second, everyone. Gotta use the restroom really quick. Okay, back. Right, so one of the ideas was to have the new item, the blood, work on the pigmen's shrines. That's a great idea on their sacrificial shrine, so I can go ahead and get that added in. And again, this stuff is really simple. So if you guys have ideas for curio interactions, you'll have to let me know. Now, when doing curio interactions, remember that, well, actually you guys haven't seen the curio files. So the way it works is that when you have an item and it interacts with a curio, actually, does it... From what I can tell, the item has a single effect which always happens. It's unlike when you just click on it and there's multiple percentages of what it decides to do, like maybe you get a quirk or maybe you get stress. The items seem to give you a guaranteed success of some sort. It's also not possible, from what I can tell, to have a curio interaction give you multiple types of rewards. It will give you treasure, or it can give you a quirk, or purge a quirk, or it can teleport you, or it can do some sort of special buff, or heal your stress. It can only do one of these things when you say it, when you put it up there. So there is that. Just as a heads up. So like, for example, we can't have something cure your stress, give you a buff, and, well, actually, those are technically in the effects file, so it could do both of those. But it couldn't give you treasure, spawn some creatures, and cure your stress, for example. That sort of thing is not possible. As for the alchemical table, and having it spawn like a ruby, at least one ruby, if you were to give it some blood, that's totally doable. In fact, we're gonna, if we get lucky and we see a museum haversack spawn in whatever dungeon we're going to today, then I can explain how it works, but really quickly, all I have to do is just set up a new loot table. And that's not too hard to do, and make it so that the only thing it can spawn from that loot table are rubies. And then it's done. It's a piece of cake. No problem. And like, we could do stuff like that for anything. It's just a matter of how much copy-pasting do I want to do in the loot table, and then testing it when we're done to make sure I haven't messed up the game. And I think that's it. I think that's it for the comments. So for LUNM-related things, I'm still hammering on the new trinkets. Let's see if we got any in the missions. I think we might still have a few left over. Yep, we still have these from when it was set really high. Oh, we only have one. Okay. So between the previous video and this video, it's actually been a few days. I don't remember what we did last time. But I have now set the chance of these spawning in a dungeon, in a long veteran or a short champion level. The weight for this is now a 1, and the odds of it being what it normally was, which is to say a very rare for a veteran long or a normal rare for a champion short, have been put up to 4. So the game's going to heavily favor spawning, well, not too heavily, I guess, but it will favor not spawning these as quest rewards. And I'm tempted to even remove it as a quest reward now that I've got my other thing working. So we're going to be able to purchase, if I can show you right now, we can purchase museum coins now. Short, long, and medium quests will be able to spawn 2, well, you'll be able to purchase 2 jade coins, and they don't drop as treasure when we're out adventuring. These can be used to interact with the new museum bag, which we'll find in the dungeon. And again, you can see me testing this at the end of this video, to give you a guaranteed trinket from the LUNM trinket list, which will be one of these cool new set things I am working on. Now, currently, the coin only gives you a trinket. I'm probably going to also let it roll on a loot table twice of some sort for something else as well. Probably, I'm thinking coins and... actually just coins, probably. So you'll get some money, or gems. Money, gems, so that'd be the CG table, and you'll get a guaranteed one of these. There's other interactions you can do with it, but it doesn't currently accept any other inventory item, this bag. So you're going to have to click on it, and have to hope you can get a trinket otherwise. It's a very low chance compared to everything else if you don't want to use a coin on it, but it does give you a chance to try to get one of these. So what else is there? I'm really tempted to go for that as well, while it's here. Just to try it out and it would give us one of these as well. And I'm still working on getting all the bugs and kinks worked out of these. I'm discovering more gotchas with the sets, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with them. Okay, so what else have I been doing for the LUNM-related things? Oh, right! Okay, so I meant to mention this a few videos ago. So when I found that file that had the base chances for everything, I was immediately tempted to implement a change I wanted to do ages ago. But I'm not going to do it for version 2 of the LUNM mod. I'll do it for version 3. Now, Version 3 won't be out probably till next year, or maybe even a little later than that, maybe 2 years from now, because I need to replay through the whole game again, and after I'm done doing it this one time, just like before, I'm going to want to take a break from Funny Darkest Dungeon to get away from it for a little bit. A long time ago, I wanted to take away the game's ability to give you quirks at the end of a mission. A very low chance for you to get a negative quirk, but you would never be able to get a positive quirk at all from finishing a mission. The only way you get quirks is from getting the positive or negative ones, which are in these locations, or by interacting with some of the curios in the game itself. Like that stack of books. Well, guess what? You have to click on it if you want a chance to get a quirk. You have to risk getting lots of stress or getting a negative quirk. Because right now, maybe twice I've clicked on one of those things, and look at me. I've got five quirks already just by doing the game. So I wanted to take it away to make the player be forced to interact with things that they would normally never want to click on. But it's the only way to improve your character. It also means that the starting characters that you get on the stagecoach, like whatever their positive quirks are, holy crap, it's super important because this might be the only, like, you're not going to get very many of them otherwise in the game. Now, I don't know if I can take away the positive quirk granting from the end of the quest completely, but I can lower it such that it almost never happens. But I'm not going to do that for this mod, not in this current version, because we've already come halfway through the game, and to fully test it, I'd have to start all over, and I'm not going to do that. I want to wrap this up somewhat soon. So, right. So expect that later. Also, when I do that, I will change the scouting chance somewhat, possibly lowering it to a very minimal amount, but we will see. Right now in the mod, I have lowered the scouting chance by 5% if you're at 100% light. Just as a heads up. I'm sorry, your base scouting chance. Your base scouting chance was lowered from, I think it's a 25% base chance. I lowered it down to 20. Okay. I think that's really it for the LUM stuff, though I was super excited to find that one base file, and everything is in there. The secret accuracy you get, the chances of a hero being afflicted, which I think it's, I want to say it's a 5% chance or a 15% chance that you become virtuous when you make the check by default. Everything, a whole bunch of different variables are in that file, including a way for me to put a time limit on the game. That was something else I wanted to do long ago. The time limit would be like 120 weeks you have to beat the game. Now in the LUM mod, it was kind of I made it so that you didn't have that much grinding to do as in the normal Darkest Dungeon game. So 120 weeks would be better than even what it was in the normal game. Like I think we beat the game last time in the version 1 of the LUM mod back at week, I want to say it was like 103 or 108, somewhere around there. And we did fail a few missions. Actually, maybe I should make it 130 just to be safe. So unless things go hard for you over and over and over again, I would have that in there. In addition, I would have a no death penalty. But that will be for version 3 of the mod. Right now, we haven't lost anyone either. Unlike my poor friend Chris's attempt here, he's lost like 14 people so far in his estate. Okay, is there anything else for the LUM mod we want to talk about? I can't think of anything else, so let me quickly start and stop this to save this, and then we'll do town stuff. Okay, everyone, time to get some town stuff done. So, what are we doing? So we need to up KK. We need her skills and weapons at level 4. That's all my portraits. I'm probably going to want the tavern a bit better. We'll spend 10% more at the moment. Could make this cheaper, though. I don't think there's a reason not to do that. Okay, and then what are we doing next? So we need to treat people's stress, and we want to get their quirks gone. Quirks first. Who am I taking and where am I going? Sorry, okay, so first off, we really did want to go here for the Lice Embrace. So this is a Ruins run. Who is good at It's also going to be a long run, Tim. Who's good here? Unholy Hater is on you, Cassandra, so you are definitely coming along. I guess I can come along for healing and for a marked target. Let's do this right now. We'll take the dodge buff too, I guess. River Stab would be good here. Oh, okay. No, Tim, no, stick with what you got. Alright, so who else is coming along with me to the ruins? Who else is good here? Lotaeri Rune to Armor. Destruction. I need to bring at least one, like... I want to bring one or two, preferably two, thirsty people. Let's take Command. Maybe Crush and Rampart. So Carbon Unit, we're going to mix you up a little bit. So I'm going to take Crush, Rampart, Defender, and Command with you. And then finally, could bring Unwanted Opinions with us. Maybe take with Stand instead of Focus. Or we could take Michael Janus. Oh, Michael Janus has Ruins Explorer, so we're gonna take him. Chop is fine. Focus, Withstand, and I'm gonna need Solemnity leveled. We'll do this. Actually, no. I want Intimidate. Okay, so that'll be the group we bring with us. So now everyone else, we can focus on getting rid of stress and everything else of the sort. So, Bob Seagull King, you don't care where you go, so we'll have you come... We should make sure everyone... I don't have anyone who needs to go there. Alright, you are God-fearing, as are you, Lord Jim King Rock. Perfect. Can I make this cheaper or better?
A man in a robe, claiming communion with the divine. Madness.
Pincer. Oh, Pincer also has Unholy Hater, but he's not coming along. We need the stress down this week. So, Bob, you can go over here and have some fun. But I've got all these tentacles. Alright, and Octite Beats. We should send you in for stress recovery as well. Dank Dude has a disease. Can get that cured. Oh, God. Okay, and now who is not cursed can we put in here for quirk removal? Anybody? Or quirk locking, I suppose. Though I don't know if I want to lock a quirk. Destruction of thick-blooded. We should get something on North. It's been a long time, North, since we've taken you with us. I'm thinking Wheeled Adventurer, Faded. Lurker would be decent as well. Well, our light would be low. I don't tend to venture in low light. We'll lock Unholy Hater, as probably none of the ones I just said. That stress resistance will be useful. Wheeled Adventurer could be nice, Tim, but then you would want to give North Incision and Disorienting Blast. Now take Unholy Hater. How many trinkets we can sell? We do. We'll sell the Blight Charm. I'm currently going to hold on to these. We don't need the money quite as badly yet, although I will want to do... Next week, we're probably going right back to the courtyard as a heads up, everybody. Yeah, no one in this group is the group that wants to go and... Sorry. No one here, to my recollection, is a person who needs to go to the courtyard. So it gives us an extra week to get the folks ready, and we'll do it next week. Alright, let's go aim for this Light's Embrace and see if we can get it. So, here's the Jade Coins. They're $100 currently in the mod. We're going to go ahead and purchase both of them. I'm probably going to up the cost of the coins to $150 as well. But the big penalty for carrying the coins is the fact that you're carrying the coins with you. Oh crap, do we have a lot of healing, Tim? You don't have a lot of healing. You're going to have to be really quick at killing the enemies. Okay, we're going to bring a few bandages and a few anti-venom because we're going to be fighting Crimson Curse creatures. 3 shovels should be enough. 3 keys should be enough. We'll bring 4 medicinal herbs to deal with debuffs. 3 anti-venom. And then we just need all the food so we can heal. We have cursed people, so we need blood. We'll bring 3 blood with us. Oh crap, that's a lot of space. That's not a lot of space. We'll be camping right away, I think, and probably using food right after the first fight to clear some inventory space. So this will do. There's not a lot of money left, Tim, so you're gonna have to hope you get lots of money here, but we are bringing the Antiquarian with us. So let's bring only 1 coin. This way I'm not tempted to have an extra space around. The odds of the Museum Haversack dropping, or Museum Bag, is about the same chance as a Tentacle Shrine. So, rarely you get 1. Very rarely would we get 2 of them. Let's go with this. That statement there is no longer as true as it once was. With the courtyard creatures being everywhere, now you need to prepare for them everywhere you go.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Crap, we've got to go up first. So let's do it. You are craving. Well, let's start with the... Let's leave this here. We'll grab it on the way back. Oh my god. What a horrible battle. And you're wasting. You are wasting. Let's get our dodge up. In a desperate attempt to stop us from being hit by all these horrible creatures. We can't kill any of them with a single hit with an aim shot unless we crit. So I think we'll use Strafe to get some bleed effects going. We will Intimidate to get their accuracy and damage lowered. It'll also put more damage on them. I had blood for you. Not gonna happen now. I wanted you to actually guard Cassandra as well, so this is really awkward. Oh, you're kidding me. It was probably keep targeting someone who's not cursed until they're cursed. And now they get to go again. Oh, screw you, game. I hate you so much. Wow!
Grievous injury. Palpable fear.
We finally get to go. All right.
Well struck.
Leave them. Heal. Hopefully we brought enough blood now. We might not have.
Death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Let's try hitting this one. We might kill it if we hit it.
Destroyed.
There you go, sir. And we will try stunning one of them. Good, and that one dies when it activates.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own. Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Well, we knew we would end up needing some food. I just didn't realize we would need so much of it right away. I'll have to do. Oh my goodness, what a terrible first battle that was. I need the money more than anything else at the moment. We'll try for a scouting attempt. No luck. We'll come back for all of this. Oh, definitely we're coming back for that. We're gonna do these 2 battles in this amount of light. We'll use a single holy water here as well. Okay, well, we're healing. Sandra, you might kill one of them.
Obliterated.
Maggots first. Maggots always first. They can disease us. Darn it! Oh, Carbon, you still have the rat. Oh, come on. Oh, well, at least it wasn't diseased.
Decimated.
Hate you, maggots. Let's heal. Nice. Good work, Cassandra. I'm actually going to use command so we can get a buff for the room up ahead. And we'll actually focus as well for that same reason. I'm willing to risk taking a hit from the spider. We have to kill it this round, though.
Annihilated.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Okay. You can use everything from the front rank, can't you? Is there any reason why, then, to have you in the front rank? No. No, there isn't. Oh, nice! My horrible plagued host! So he's gotten 8 hit points since the last time we saw him, making him a little tougher to kill, just as a heads up. So, I want to dodge or mark a target to kill it. Let's mark... I really do need to get rid of this thing first, or we're just going to have endless maggots spawning on us. But I want a dodge this round.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Let's mark somebody. I don't care who she marks. Let's stun him. Oh god, that hit. Oh, he shouldn't be even oh, there's nothing else he can do back there. So, and he can't summon anything else because that's all he can do. Maybe he should have some sort of horror effect, actually, then. Instead of his... Currently, he will grab at something, but I think instead we'll give him a horror. That probably would be better. Let's attack him. So 25% prot. That's why that didn't do too much damage. Okay. Let's... If I want to kill it, we're just going to get maggots. We need to kill this thing, even though it's not going to do anything back there. Yep, that's it. He's just sitting there being nasty looking. That sucks. He got to go next. Sure, we'll accuracy up again. Let's make sure this guy dies. Can I stun him? We'll try. Darn it!
The death by inches.
And I can't hurt him. Can't reach him. Is this chopped? That's not doing a whole lot of damage. Oh crap, that's busted. He's supposed to summon... Oh. Oh god. Stop critting me, maggots! Now we have to rest right after this battle's done. And you got to go first. My god, this is horribly, horribly unlucky. You're kidding me. My backline is dying. And being stunned. We have to kill this stupid ghoul right now.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
1 hit point. Oh, I'm gonna become afflicted right now. It's gonna happen right now. Like the 3rd fight in this dungeon, and it's already looking really bad for us.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Okay. We're camping now. I really need to. We're gonna have to hope we don't get a spawn. Release. Okay, let's have you use the shrine at least, sir. Thin blooded's gone, and now we rest.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
We have a stress faster with us. Okay. We need the stress down, all of it, somehow. And I have no idea how we're doing that, because we don't have too many stress reduction abilities. Let's get my stress down. I'll use my minus 50% stress. We need our speed up, apparently. And you don't have the accuracy thing. We could have everyone else lose 7 stress. How many is it for you to do that? 3? Let's tactics. Oh, weapons practice. And then another stress buff, I think, would be good. We may be fleeing this dungeon, honestly, everyone. This is terrible. We're doomed. This is over. Oh my god! This is over. We have lost horribly. Let's mark. Target. I don't think we can flee this fight either.
Eradicated.
We need to pull this guy forward. I need to kill this guy, because that's a lot of damage. There's his mark for death. 7 stress and marks him. He resisted the debuff, though. I can't even move forward 2. I can only move forward 1 space, but we're going to have to do that. 1 hit point left. That's a shame. I don't care who you hit.
Their formation is
oh, that was strafe. That works though.
The offensive.
Darn it! Oh god. I need him to die, so I gotta hope that blight. Oh, that's right. That clears corpses, Tim. Thank goodness. try to get a little bit of healing in here. We're practically dead. Oh, we're not practically dead, but we're hurt. We're badly hurt.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
What a nightmare dungeon this has been for us already. And when it rains, it pours. We have to do 100% of the room battles. We're definitely be getting afflicted in this dungeon. There is no question about it whatsoever. Alright, at least we'll have some holy water for this. Who's got the most stress? I'll keep us going for a little bit. Get ready, because we get ready to flee, basically. We're going to need all the treasure to make up for this horrible run. Oh my god. Cassandra got stressed immediately, getting ambushed. Horrible luck. I do not want you passing your turn or anything like that, or complaining when I search stuff with our antiquarian.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
There's a journal entry we're not ever going to read. We have 2 more bits of food. We need to eat it. I love this. I love it. Oh my god. That was so bad. At least we have stress faster. That will be useful. Oh wow. No one's good at this, are they? Oh god. Who's doing it? Let's have you try, Michael Janis. See, you can heal yourself, which is great for us if it comes down. Nope. We're already stressed out. Although if I flee, I might make the attempt. No, we don't have a lot of... Well, we do have some AoE, but we have an antiquarian with us, so that won't work very well. Not with this group. You know, we haven't fought very many madmen. Now we're fighting a ton of them. Alright, let's start with an Intimidate. Try to get their accuracy and damage low. And of course, it wasn't the one I needed to have be hit. We can kill this with a single shot, not the madman, unfortunately. Let's try stunning the veteran.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter. Green ears, blurred vision. The end approaches.
Oh, come on! This is one of these horrible nightmare dungeons where everything crits and we do horribly. Oh, God! Get me out of this place! I hate this place. I hate this place. Put the blight on him. He'll take him 2 rounds to die, though. So we've got to kill him now. That was a waste of an attack you did earlier then, Tim. Try stunning this jerk. And then... Wow, massive damage to this guy.
Festering fear consumes the mind.
We need to heal. We need to keep ourselves up in the front. We have tons of things to still fight in this dungeon. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, darn it! Darn it, Carbon Unit. Now he's gonna do the AoE horror probably on us. I hate you. I hate you, Carbon Unit. Why couldn't you hit him? Well, Cassandra's making her check. There's no hope around it. Oh, come on! Please, someone kill it! Wow, I can't even reach it. This is terrible.
Self-preservation is paramount, at any cost. A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
We are nowhere in this dungeon, and I am ready to simply flee. We are cursed, we don't have a lot of treasure, we have a ton of stress, It is over. And we're hurt. I should just camp again, but I'm worried about getting another encounter. Alright, well, we need some treasure. What am I dropping? Let's just use medicinal herbs and drop them for the ruby. I'm searching this. We need everything searched if we're running out early. Yeah, there's way too many rooms left. But there's no way we're doing this. Let's torch up and hopefully get a scout. No, we didn't. Then I'm going to be camping in this room up ahead. Actually, what's the point in camping, Tim? You can't get your stress down other than a feast.
Mind that such missteps are the exception and not the rule.
It seems like this is one of those absolutely horrible dungeons. Oh, you're going crazy for the blood. That'll just give us endless amounts more stress. I'm tempted to drop the coin, honestly. That's a lot of damage to the back rank. Let's get our dodge up. Stun this guy, and more importantly, pull that one forward so we don't take two of those. I don't care who she marks. Good God, 10 damage. Let's blight this one to make sure he dies. Yep, excellent. That blight sticks. You are the blood for the blood god. I'm going to protect back here, which will give us more prot in the front. Try to kill the bulwark. That's why you're guarding me. Thank you, Carbon Unit. Now we can heal.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
I want that corpse gone so we can pull these two forward.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
We'll strafe it to death. Oh, God. I normally would be fleeing, but I'm going to try to push it. We'll see how far we can get. Oh, come on! What the heck? Okay, we're running. This is pointless, I think. Like, I think we're camping here and just fleeing. Yup. We've taken way too much damage on you, Carbon Unit. There is no reason for us to stay. This sucks. Stop doing that, Michael Janus! Jesus!
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
We're out. We're out of this horrible dungeon. We're out. We're out of here. Nope. We're leaving.
Huddled together, furtive and vulnerable. Rats in
Anything
a
that we've
maze.
got that can get our stress down, we're using. We are out of here. This is an absolutely terrible place for us to be. Terrible. It is. It really is. We're fleeing. This is a horrible place.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
So much for Before a relaxing adventure, we are done.
Wounds to be tended. Lessons to be learned.
Don't get crit so often. We made up enough money to make up for that trip. I grabbed a disease. Let's see. Carbon unit gained Bibliomania. That's a new one we haven't seen. I made that one. I love it. Ruins Tactician, so he wants to come back. Cassandra gained Weak Grip, which doesn't bother me at all. And Ruins Explorer, so she wants to come back. I gained Slugger, so I should be using my Stabber and Hemophilia. Ah, God, that was horrible.
Can you feel it? The walls between the sane world and that unplumbed dimension of delirium are tenuously thin here.
Bob Siegel Keen engaged in Pleasures of the Flesh, recovered 81 stress and is no longer fearful. Doc-type Beast of Night Town recovered 56 stress. King Rock Preyed recovered 86. Styx Pain Preyed recovered 77. Pincer of Fate has gone on a personal vision quest and left us all alone and recovered 56 stress. Thank Dude removed Black Plague. North has locked Unholy Hater. Sasha D is still missing. We have a ton of people who are cursed and are doing cursed things. That will do it for us. Holy flipping crap. What a terrible dungeon that was. Absolutely god-awful dungeon. And we didn't get any of my trinkets spawning, which is good. Okay, so that's working properly. Okay, so thank you all for watching. Heads up that the next part coming up is me showing off the museum coin and that it works. Just as a heads up, everyone. So stick around if you want to see that. It's just going to be me showing it works, and maybe I think there's one battle I did in that dungeon. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Hey, everyone. Alright, so this little bit here at the end. First off, we're going to go get the Brooding Chains. Next off, I'm testing the new Curio to see if I'm able to put a Curio into the game. I certainly hope it works. We'll find out when I spawn into it to see if it actually spawns the new Curio type. I've heavily waited the Curio to show up. In fact, if it goes our way, this is the only Curio we'll find when the game decides to spawn Curios, just as a heads up. Now, we are doing a mission, of course, but even though it's just for testing purposes, I'm still going to outfit as if I'm going adventuring in here. I want to try multiple trinkets, and I want to see what we actually are able to bring back with us. I'm sorry. What I'm trying to... I'm getting really confused. I'm really tired. I want to test the trinket without needing to log out and log back in again and reset my save file. So I figured, why not? Let's make almost every curio in the dungeon we're about to go in one of these curios to show it off. And hopefully not be embarrassed when it does or doesn't work. Now, we should take one blood anyway as well. So, first off, this mission, as you saw, is a short mission, but this curio can spawn in any mission in the game. Currently, for this recording, it is probably going to spawn in the crypts, because I've, for this recording, upped it to practically guaranteed for every trinket. Every quest. We're going to interact with this thing. We're going to click on it a bunch of times without using one of these cool new coins I added into the game to see what happens, but I'm also going to be using a coin, or actually both coins, to see if we can get a trinket from one of these things as well, just to see if I got it all correct. So this is a new item, which you got to have. You can totally see me trying to scratch it out in the background there. It's very unprofessional when you hover over it. You see the stuff that I messed up there. I have to fix that so it looks more or less like one of these. You can only buy 2 of them. They're available here in the quest purchasing screen, obviously. They take up a space in your inventory. They stack twice. They're worth the same amount they cost when you purchase them, when you enter into the dungeon. Currently, I'm probably going to lower that cost to half, so you're losing money by bringing them with you if you don't encounter the curio. They're also taking up an inventory space, so you're going to kind of balance that. That in itself is a huge penalty, because you're not bringing something back with you. Okay. Oh, right, and one more thing. I believe the curio is only supposed to spawn in hallways currently. I don't think I have it spawning in any rooms. So, let's do this. Hopefully the game won't crash when loading into a dungeon. Please don't crash. Please. Please don't crash. Alright, things are okay so far. It's not going to load, is it? We're going to get the blue circle of death. Oh, okay.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar, now foreign.
Well, we gotta explore all the rooms. Let's go take a look and see if the curio spawned. Now, if there are problems with the curio, what that will mean for us is that it won't actually have spawned. The game tends to be smart enough that if it can't do something, it's like, yeah, I'm giving up on this. Let's go for the next thing instead. But I think I have all the files correct. It's my first time trying it out. Here it is. Do we see it? We do! It's totally here, and something's totally messed up. This is hideous. But the pack is at least here. Okay. Yeah, you can, I'm embarrassed. Okay, this one we're gonna test this by using a coin on it and see what it's got inside of it. Nice! It's working, but I have to get that debuff fixed. Okay, cool. So it is working. So now I'm going to go ahead and click on the next one and see what happens if we don't.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Use one of these coins. Oh, hello, it spawned a torch. It's spawning other trinkets? Other curios? What? So the coin is totally...
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
The coin is not usable in other curios at this point in time. I really just care about the curio. That's the only thing I care about, and I know I got guaranteed curio back the other direction. I want to see if we got more bags. So the good news is the coin is working. The art's god-awful, so I need to run that in the alpha thing to fix it. Yeah, that's pretty bad. We'll fix it. That bag is it's just a recolored and slightly less stuff on it, I think, than it was in the normal game. What was it in normal game? You wasting your Crimson Cursed. In normal game. That is the Ancestors satchel, which you can find in the Darkest Dungeon. I just colored it a little differently. I would prefer to have a museum exhibit, but I'm really terrible at drawing something like that. I probably could make one, though it might look out of place. Oh, actually, I can't. Nice, we get another one of these. All right. So I should totally, at this point, save it, but I see another crew up ahead. We're just going to click on this one and see what happens. So there's a 12.5% chance that we get nothing, I think. There's a 37.5% chance we get some loot. When it spawns loot, it's weighted heavily to give us not a LUNM trinket, but gold and supplies, or gold and maybe another trinket. There's a 37.5% chance that we'll end up with either the Curious quirk, as a negative quirk, or another random quirk by just clicking on it. And finally, there's a chance that we'll recover stress and be healed a little bit, like 12% or so. Oh, what the hell? That's totally messed up. It's worth it. Okay, this is busted. Good thing I'm freaking testing this.
If you value such things.
That is an impressive haul. I need to fix that. Alright, everyone. Well, it's working. I'll have the artwork fixed. God, this is why you have to test everything. What the hell is happening? I've totally messed up how this works. Alright, well, I'll go ahead and fix this now. I'll be back, everyone. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. What the hell happened there?